The Stoic Art of Drawing Human Feet, a meditation on mastery and acceptance. My fellow artists and seekers of wisdom, today I ask you to contemplate an often overlooked yet profoundly challenging subject, the human foot. What may seem mundane, what may even seem unsightly to some, is in fact a masterpiece of nature. In the act of drawing this complex form, we engage in a practice that, when approached with stoic discipline, can teach us much about life, effort, and the acceptance of imperfection. Let us begin by reflecting on the task before us. A foot is not merely a set of lines, curves, and shadows. It is a structure of bones, tendons, and muscles, working together harmoniously. It carries the weight of the body, grounding us to the earth, yet it often goes unnoticed in its quiet strength. As we prepare to draw, we should remind ourselves of the words of Marcus Aurelius. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. This speaks to the effort required, not only in life, but also in our art. To draw a foot is to wrestle with its complexity, to engage deeply with its form, and to embrace the struggle as part of the process. As Stoics, we do not shy away from difficult tasks. In fact, we welcome them. Epictetus tells us, "Difficulties are what show men's character." And so, as we approach the challenge of drawing a foot, we must remember that it is in the difficulty itself that we grow as both artists and individuals. The task is not to make it easy, but to make ourselves stronger, more focused, and more resilient in the face of obstacles. Begin by observing the foot in its entirety. Take a moment to appreciate its balance, the way it rests upon the ground. Before any lines are drawn, before any marks are made, we must cultivate the Stoic practice of observation. As Seneca reminds us, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Too often, we fear the complexity of what lies before us. We imagine that the task will overwhelm us, but in truth, it is our perception that creates the challenge. Look without fear, without judgment. Simply observe. The foot, with its curves and angles, is no more daunting than any other form in nature. It is only our mind that complicates it. Now, as we put pencil to paper, let us do so with intention. Every stroke should be made with purpose, every line a reflection of our focus. In drawing, as in life, we must not be hasty. Rushing leads to error, and error leads to frustration. The Stoic teaches us to value patience above all else. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." The difficulty of capturing the intricate details of the foot is not something to avoid, but something to embrace. It is in working through the challenge that we hone our skills and our character. As your lines begin to form the shape of the foot, remember that no single line will be perfect. This is a fundamental truth, both in art and in life. Perfection, as the Stoics often remind us, is an illusion. We can strive for excellence, but we must also accept that imperfection is inherent in everything we do. Man is disturbed not by things, Epictetus tells us, but by the views he takes of them. If we become frustrated by a line that is not quite right, we are allowing our perception to disturb our peace. Instead, let us calmly correct it, or accept it, and move forward. The human foot is a form of strength and stability, yet it is also marked by fragility. The arch that supports the body is delicate. The toes splay in unique directions. As you draw, consider the balance between strength and vulnerability. This, too, is a reflection of the Stoic life. We strive to be strong, yet we acknowledge our own fragility. To live is to walk a path between resilience and acceptance of our limitations. So, too, when we draw, we must acknowledge both our capacity to create and our inherent imperfections as creators. Now, as we approach the details, the toes, the toenails, the creases of the skin, we are reminded of the importance of small things. In Stoicism, attention to detail is a virtue. Marcus Aurelius often speaks of the interconnectedness of all things, and in our drawing, we must appreciate that no detail is insignificant. Each toe, each line, each shadow contributes to the whole. But at the same time, we must not lose ourselves in perfectionism. The Stoic walks the middle path between care and detachment. We care about the quality of our work, but we do not obsess over it. We do our best, and then we release the outcome. As we shade the foot, we must consider light and darkness, the play of shadows across the form. This is not merely a technical aspect of drawing, it is a Stoic lesson in itself. Just as in life, light and shadow are inseparable. The light reveals, and the shadow gives depth. So it is with our lives. Our challenges, our struggles, are the shadows that give depth to our character. Without them, we would remain flat, two-dimensional beings. As you add shadow to your drawing, reflect on the importance of these contrasts, not only in art, but in life. Now take a step back and observe your work. The foot you have drawn may not be perfect. It may not look exactly as you envisioned. But as Stoics, we understand that the value is not in the outcome, but in the process. We are not defined by the success of this one drawing, just as we are not defined by any single moment in life. What matters is the effort, the intention, the discipline with which we approach the task. As Epictetus reminds us, no great thing is created suddenly, any more than a bunch of grapes or a fig. If you tell me they're a fig, I answer you that there must be time. Let it first blossom, then bear fruit, then ripen. This drawing, like your own personal development, is a process. Today you may struggle with the complexity of the foot. Tomorrow, you will struggle less. The Stoic artist does not seek to master everything at once, but takes each step as it comes, knowing that growth is gradual, that mastery is built through persistence and patience. As you complete your drawing, reflect on the journey you have taken. The foot, a humble part of the human body, has offered you an opportunity to practice not only your technical skills, but also your Stoic virtues. Patience, discipline, acceptance, and perseverance. These are the true fruits of your labor. In the end, whether the foot you have drawn is beautiful or flawed is irrelevant. What matters is the mindset with which you approach the task. What matters is that you engaged fully, without attachment to the result, and that you accepted both the difficulties and the imperfections with grace. This Stoic-inspired speech encourages a deep reflection on the process of drawing human feet, linking the technical challenges of art with the philosophical principles of Stoicism, such as perseverance, patience, and the acceptance of imperfection. By connecting these themes, it provides practical guidance and philosophical insight for both artists and those striving for personal growth.